Got that 175 against Australia. I remember watching Prasanna Jayawardena for a while. Good batter, but excellent keeper too. So they've had this great tradition of top-class batters being good keepers. But let's see whether the keeping was good on this occasion. Was there a feather? No. So wasn't a drop catch. Just an overreaction from the bowler.
I can understand that. It's pretty close. Mr. Levert leading the coaching unit of Sri Lanka has been pretty animated on occasions when the wickets have fallen into the game, keeping notes of what has been done properly and what not. He'll be a happy chappy at the moment, controlled by Sri Lanka in the 31st over.
Now, appeals from 2 or 3 around the bat. No one really certain. And that's how it's going to remain. Umpire said not out. Back to the old days. Umpire's decision is the final decision. No reviews for Sri Lanka.
Not for the first time. Mushfiqur Rahim has tried that shot. And just have a look at how close it is. Just passed. This wasn't a polite inquiry per se, not really an animated appeal. The outrage will give us a true picture. That is just a feather. Got away.
Not sure those guys saw it on the giant screen. They would be distraught. Won't have another review. Didn't hear much. The stump microphone volume is up. Hear much, but the ultra edge seems like just as it's past the outside edge, Graf reacts. They heard it. Well, that full delivery, a real mixture of lengths from Pathirana. Yeah, this is going to be day after, 2nd of September. Pakistan versus India. And this pitch has shown signs, at least with the new ball, of something for the seam bowlers. People who like to hit the deck. Not much swing in the air. These 2 or 3 occasions when this extra run has been given to the opposition via overthrows.
Yeah, I think if you can fall to the Sri Lankan fielding, this will be one area they will be a little apprehensive about. I can understand him trying to just throw down the wicket on the move. It's difficult, couldn't get it on target, and in the process allowed that single.
Oh, missed time, but away from the fielder. But lucky on that occasion. The idea was right. Short ball, tried to pull it. 31 overs gone. It's 125 for 4. We'll have a look at this one again before we leave you. Perfectly placed, you would say, in the end. Yeah, it seems like we're going to have the second drinks of the innings. Oh, missed time, but away from the fielder. But lucky on that occasion. The idea was right. Short ball, tried to pull it. 31 overs gone. It's 125 for 4. We'll have a look at this one again before we leave you. Perfectly placed, you would say, in the end. It seems like we're going to have a second drink.
The Asia Cup on TNT Sports. Sponsored by Southall Travel.
Link's Epic Fresh Body Wash. $125 for 4 then, 31 overs are done.
यार आप लोग शेयर नहीं कर रहे यार, सब भाई एक एक शेयर कर दो ताकि 1200-1500 की वॉचिंग हो जाए, तो वो फिर मोर देन इनफ है। तो अगर आपको स्ट्रीम अच्छी लग रही है ना यार, आप लोग शेयर कर दो।
Good start. A little bit of spin that did the damage early on. And Jaya with a wicket. Really good catch by De Silva. And then big wicket from Shanaka, given not out, reviewed, and a good review. Delight for Chris Silverwood as well. So 125 for 4, there's 19 overs to go. 6 bowlers so far. Marvin Atabatu and Matthew Hayden join me. What have you seen so far, guys?
Sri Lanka has gone very well up until now. I reckon they have overs remaining of their main bowlers going into the depth overs. 19 overs left in this game for Bangladeshis. They must be thinking another 100 runs, good 100 runs. Of course, it's on the two Mehdis and Mushfiqur being there.
Hey, that's what do you think about this momentum of the innings so far? I know they've lost a few wickets, but what have you seen?
Good afternoon, John. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, it's been a really challenging batting performance thus far from Bangladesh. They ill afford to lose a wicket. That's key to momentum. Marvin Adepotu, you said it rightly before, there's limited chances to get singles for these guys. They're not looking for them. And because they're not looking for them, it means they're being starved of boundaries as well. So if they're going to shift in the direction of being a 200 plus score, they've got to look to rotate strike. Cannot for 1 second afford to be on strike. When you get off strike, got to put pressure back on all these Sri Lankan bowlers, and the boundaries will come, not the other way around.
"26 balls since the last bound as well. That doesn't help, especially if you're not rotating strike as well. So these now under pressure. Look at the first 3 balls after drinks, 3 dots.
It's the way Sri Lankans go about when they are at their best. Well, over the years we have had so many bowlers, so many batters rather, who could bowl, and that's what we do. That's what we used to do. Grab things in the middle so that batters get desperate and they play shots out of the ordinary.
Yeah, usually we get hook, line and sinker into it. A bit of Sanath Jayasuriya, you look to punish him through the middle order, and before you know it, you hold out in the deep somewhere and you walk off cursing yourself. But you're 100% right, you've got to still look to have that positive intent. Sri Lanka, you know, are going to keep pounding you with spin through the middle as long as you let them bowl dot balls.
I've got deliveries then. He's already had a wicket maiden so far in his spell. And he won't get another one, just a little flick past. Good fielding again just to keep it down to 1. So another excellent over. 32 overs done, 126 to 4. Patty Rana then with his 6th over, 1 for 21 so far. We've talked a lot about his action and his wrist position. You see that he's trying to, when he's running in, he's got his fingers slightly each side of the seam, he's trying to hold it up. And if he can do that and release it like that, I think he'll get a bit more pace. And he'll get a lot more accuracy as well. Certainly a unique action.
Well, I remember when Maliga was introduced first in New Zealand batsmen wanted Billy Bowden at the time who was umpiring. The batsmen wanted the tie to go back because they thought it was coming from the middle of the tie. They could pick him up. And we personally at the nets, we wouldn't want to face Maliga for the simple fact that you don't come across bowlers like that to play against you.
And I reckon Pattaranda is even lower than that. I reckon he comes other side of the umpire. So it's even a unique, and this is what I think we must celebrate in our great game of cricket. The ability for a bowler, batsman to come in with a unique position on the game. Something that challenges us all. The fact that we want to almost change him means that he's doing all the right things by the game and by himself.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we're not trying to change his action. I think his action is unique. We're just trying to change that wrist position on release. That's all.
We're talking about people copying certain individuals. We had a era where when Murali was playing great guns, people, young kids rather, were following Murali and copying Murali. That became a problem because not everybody had arms like Murali.
You just see the angle and you saw the bounce that he got. And we followed it all the way down. And it is another massive wicket. He has the captain and now he has Mushfiqur.
Yeah, the bounce. MS Dhoni does this well as well. He gets his fine legs and his third man's very, very fine. Goes at it, does what he... It was such an important moment in this match as well that these two for Bangladesh stay in. But unfortunately, the trademark, you might be able to talk about, it's almost like a yoga pose. And he's got to go. 13 of 22 deliveries, and Bangladesh 127 for 5.
So number 7 in for Bangladesh. And they're under the pump a little bit here. Mehdi Hassan Miraz then in at number 7. And he's up against a bowler at the moment, Batirana, who is bowling with some good pace and some good bounce.
And this is the wicket that we are talking about. Not too much control, easy catch to third man. The moment you play shots above your shoulder, whether it is the third man or fine leg, you lose control.
And what is great from that angle, that you can see side on, the bounce that he gets and the pace. He followed all the way down to third as well. Yeah, nice start. Really good start at the new batter.
Dangerous with the older ball. Can't get the opportunity to really create momentum. Just not enough air in that ball. Put it well inside the boundary. Such a unique proposition for the game of cricket. This is where he comes into his own as well in the back phases of T20 cricket. He's always thereabouts. He played a lot of one-day cricket, but I tell you what, he's looking as dangerous here as well. End of the 33rd, 127 for 5.
6 overs, 2 for 22 at the moment. Katirana, who has the wickets of Shakib and now Mushfiqur as well. 17 overs to go then. Nice little sweep, they'll look for 2. Both of you now, you're in the middle now. What are you looking, as 2 former batters, these next 7 overs, what are you looking to do?
Well, certainly my approach would be to drag the game for the next 5 overs, rotating the strike, try and push as much as I can with minimum of risk, set up again, rethink, and set myself target. Bat sensibly for the next 5 overs and take it up from there, because you keep losing wickets. It's not easy to sort of come back to a game like this where I think the wicket is too paced. Shot making hasn't looked that easy.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to slog.
Well, I was going to ask you, you wouldn't slog, you'd be a bit more proactive, try and go at them, try and take the game back to them?
No, just slog. No. Yeah, look, I think you've got to, it's a tricky position right now, isn't it? 5 down, you've got to look to advance the scoreboard, but you've got to have this proactive mindset. You can't just lay down and just say, right, Sri Lanka, you're going to have your way. No way. You've got to look to attack your options, know where your scoring areas are. Michael Bevan used to do that really well at the back end of the game. He used to time his performances and know exactly where his key strike zones were and stick to that. But he wouldn't wait, ever. He wouldn't necessarily just try and manipulate strike. He'd look to take it on as well. And I think that's key in these situations.
Get a quick single, just gets past extra cover. Another good over for Sri Lanka. 34 overs done. 131 for 5. 131 for 5. 7 overs it's been since Bangladesh's last boundary. All they've dealt in is ones and twos. And they're in a bit of trouble. Current rate gets them to 193. You wouldn't think that would be enough. You talked about this pitch being a bit too paced. So maybe 220 would be enough.
Well, the bad news for Bangladeshis is that, according to my knowledge and thinking, the wicket will have some pace going in the second session. But then again, they'll have the Tuskins coming at Karmaratnas and Nisrankas. So it's about batting sensibly.